This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by Adventure. Adventure. Did I say that right? That doesn't seem like Christmas. It's Friday, December 1st.
It's the beginning of Adventure.
That's right. Adventure is here on Another Great Day podcast with AP and my man Chris.
Hello, it's me.
That's right. Chris Taylor coming at you live and in living color. I do love that saying. Well, welcome back to Another Great Day podcast. For those of you joining us on video, hello, it's good to see you. Welcome to my dining room. And yeah, this is the podcast you've been asking for. The podcast, Chris, critics say is really good.
Oh.
And by critics, I mean my kids. So thank you, kids.
Those are probably our best critics.
I like it, actually. And we've been doing some math on the fly, and your wife hasn't corrected us yet, so I think we're doing all right.
She probably forgets to tell us that we got the numbers wrong because she's driving on her way to school.
That's
and then
really...
she teaches 50 or 80 million kids or whatever.
There are so many million children that are being taught by Shannon. Well, welcome to Friday's show. It's the end of the week. We're feeling good. We hope you're feeling good. But most importantly, we hope you're about to hit that button for madness. Because when you hit that button, you know what sound it makes? It makes the sound for everyone's favorite Friday segment. Boss Level. Yes, Boss Level, the segment designed to entertain you with neither bosses nor levels. Unlike all of our other segments, which are aptly named to describe exactly what they are. No, this was, what did we call it last week? Etymology Man called it Adventure Bonanza.
Yeah, something like that.
Adventure Quest Bonanza.
Which is way better.
Welcome to Adventure Quest Bonanza. All right. Well, let's tune in and let's see what's going on this week's Boss Level. All right. Previously on Boss Level, our heroes had just left Kubi's cafeteria, just in time to escape the glitter bombs from the old timer who had pointed them to the time machine, the time travel machine, to get Hank back to his daughter's quinceañera. They had to get the time machine through the junkyard. They had to get to the time machine through the junkyard, which is guarded by an angry fire monster conveniently named Bill. Okay, Chris.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
There's too much glitter back there, and we can't risk getting too sparkly.
That is a good point, Aaron. Once you get glitter on you, you can't ever really get it off.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
It's true. One time, I got glitter on my hand, and I ate a sandwich, and it was basically a glitter sandwich.
That doesn't sound any good, Hank.
No, it wasn't bad, but it did make my teeth sparkle later that day.
Oh.
Okay, guys. Good deal with all this glitter business. And yes, glitter is ridiculous. But we need to focus on getting Hank back to the right time and space for his daughter's quinceañera.
That's right. You're right. Let's go. Ready?
Okay, thank you.
It looks like the old man said we're almost here, so let's take a left here, and...
Oh, cool, Hank, cool. This is the place, actually. Okay, guys. Let's be careful. The old timer said he's a real angry man.
That's true. So, everybody be cool and do not say anything weird. You ready?
Hank!
I'm sorry.
Nothing weird. Our heroes open a rusty door and step inside a dimly lit warehouse filled with junk on shelves as far as the eye can see. At the end of one aisle, they see a doorway with a desk, waist high, and there stands the one thing illuminating the entire area: an angry fire monster, Bill, who runs the junkyard and withholds access to the time machine the old timer told our heroes about. Hey, boyos! What are you doing here? As the angry fire monster looks right at them, they see a figure run into the darkness behind the monster.
Whoa. Who's that?
No one.
Oh.
Ignore him! He just serves the meats around here.
The meat? Wait. Okay.
Anyways, I've got many a thing here, lads. What are you in the market for?
We're here looking for some old junk.
Well, lads, you came to the right place. However, you're interrupting my lunch. Sorry, sir. We didn't mean to. Who said that? Our friend Hank. He's a small mouse. Very hard to see for large folks like you. I'm really not a fan of people.
Don't worry, Bill. He's not a person. He's a Hank.
Oh, a Hank. Well, I do love me a good Hank. All Hanks are welcome here. Hello, Hank. Hola. Hi. I really need a time machine to get back to daughter's quinceañera, Bill. True, Bill. I mean, if we're honest, we really need a Taco Tuesday machine.
Well, and Aaron, a time machine could help Hank.
Yeah, good point, Chris. But for now, really, truly, if we're not being selfish, Chris, our most pressing issue is a time and space machine.
Yes.
Well, boys, I have everything, but you can only choose one thing, so long as you have the Kubi's glitter ticket, the last one of its kind. Well, Chris, just so happens, the old timer gave us one of those before we left.
That's great.
Well, what do you choose then, lads?
I think we should choose the Taco Tuesday machine.
What? hold on, Hank. Hank, slow down. Hear him out. Well, you've chosen well, lads. Follow me into the back. Here it is. The Taco Tuesday machine.
Wait, what? I don't see anything. All I see is an orange taco-shaped grease stain where there maybe used to be a machine.
Yeah, Sir Angry Fire Monster Man, it's not there at all. Drat! I think my helper must have taken it. He's always scheming and sometimes dusting and helping me sometimes, but also scheming. Sounds very helpful and a little shady. Very enterprising. Well, lads, I guess I can't do you much better than a time and space machine. Take it and get yourself back to your quinceañera, Hank. I'm sure it'll serve you better than it served me.
You know what, Aaron? That guy wasn't angry at all.
Yeah, Chris, you're right. Hey, what was that? I'm not angry. I'll show you angry. Come here, you dirty humans and little mouse fella.
Hank, get that button. Let's go.
Done. Let's go.
Ah!
Tune in next week as our heroes make their way back to the castle, just in time for Hank's daughter's quinceañera. And that'll do it for today's Boss Level and usher us into everyone's favorite educational segment, This Day in History. How was that for an exciting transition, Chris?
Such a hard turn for the story.
I know. Well, it was scary. I was scared for our heroes, but they're finally getting back to the castle.
Bill seemed very nice until
You shouldn't have said anything.
we said something.
Yeah, you poked the bear.
Yeah.
Anyways,
On this day, December 1st, 1878, President Rutherford B. Hayes. Now, notice this date. 1878. That's over 100 years ago. 125 years ago, I think.
102 years after the Independence Day.
Oh, wow. Wait. 102 years after our nation was born.
1776.
Interesting.
Yep.
Something happened on this day. 100 years after.
What could it be, Chris?
The White House
Ring,
has
ring,
its first phone installed.
Hello? Sorry, Rutherford B. Hayes here. Yes. Is your refrigerator running? Yes, it is. Well, you better go catch it. Don't call here again, you punk. The first prank call was made many years later.
I'm just imagining. I never thought about how close that time period. The first phone was installed almost about 100 years after the.
Within like a person's lifetime.
Interesting.
Yeah. You eat your vegetables, you could be 102 and live to see a phone installed in the White House. Or the equivalent that thereof.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, Chris, it's Friday, so that'll do it for this day in history. And usher us into Funtown, the question of the day.
All right, I wrote this on the fly.
All right.
If you became president tomorrow, what would you bring with you from your house?
Ooh, that's fun. Okay.
Now, which kids may not know that when you become president, you live in the White House.
That's true.
There's a whole house inside the building.
Yep.
Or an apartment, I guess.
Yep.
You have a bed and I guess a kitchen.
bathroom.
I'm not sure what you have, but a living room area.
Probably a Nintendo Switch.
Lots of presidents throughout time have had their families there.
Yep.
So you go live for years in the White House
For up to 4 years.
So what would you bring with you if you were tomorrow become president?
Okay.
They were like, Aaron, tomorrow you have to show up be president.
All right.
What would you take with you?
All right. Hit that pause button. Discuss this amongst yourselves, and then tune back in for our answers. Here we go. All right. Well, if I had to take one thing with me, I would take my pillow. That's right. I love my pillow. It's so comfortable. I couldn't live without it.
That's true.
I know that sounds really lame and trite, and I bet the White House has the finest of pillows.
It probably has really nice
So in
pillows.
hindsight, for optional number 2, I'd take my Sonos amp and make sure that I could play white noise while I slept.
So what I'm hearing is, as president, sleep is the most important thing to you.
Listen, I can't be disturbed running a nation. I gotta get my sleep. That includes naps on Sundays after church. That includes every night. Yes. Okay, Chris. Now that you've thoroughly judged me for sleeping as president, what would you take with you tomorrow?
Well,
If you say your wife, I'm gonna feel really guilty.
no.
You're about to, aren't you?
I was
You have to
thinking
say
about Shannon in Geneva.
Oh no, that's it. That's
but that's a cop
understood.
out. I don't know. It's
Okay.
too easy.
Yeah,
They're my family.
You
I
can
love
take
them.
Thomas Edison's phonograph.
I don't know. Probably from the house. I'm not too attached to things. Just this is what I would do if I had to leave Shannon and Geneva to go to the White House. I would take a photo or a drawing that Geneva made me. Recently, today I was cleaning up some stuff in the house and I found a drawing from Geneva, and it was this picture of a lion, and it had a label that she wrote, and it said Aslan.
Oh, that's awesome! Because she's
And-
been reading Chronicles
of
Narnia.
Yeah, and it had Lucy, and she had a couple of months ago been drawing these photos and found inspiration to have a better behavior and have a better attitude. We were thinking about Aslan. I was like, well, this could be pretty good. to
That's
take with me,
amazing.
to be strong and courageous, and so that's
C.S. Lewis would be so happy to hear that. I bet.
so. There
if
we
he
go.
were alive today.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that was a great talk today, Chris. I hope everybody enjoyed their conversations in their car. Let's send it over to our favorite dad joke correspondent on location, Wes McFall. What you got for us today, Wes?
Chris, Aaron, hey! Hey, what has 5 toes and isn't your foot? My foot. Have another great day.
You know, Chris, feet joke just seemed weird to me.
Yeah, it's like they don't know how to toe the line. Toe the line.
You toe that joke up from the flow up. All right, we'll be right back. Enough of that. All right, you hear that sound, everybody? That means we're about to end the show, and we're ending it on a great note with today's word of wisdom. Today's word of wisdom comes to us from the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 28.
All right, the LT version says, a person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls.
We know that one well in this house. The Amplified Version says, like a city that is broken down and without walls, leaving it unprotected, is a man who has no self-control over his spirit and sets himself up for trouble.
Mm.
We had to use that verse as a discipline once. Someone had to once write that about 50 times in a row. And that
There you
person was me. No, it wasn't. But I should have. Chris, before we move on,
Uh-oh.
I want to dwell on this for just a second.
Okay.
I want to take a moment to think about this. So, a city without walls means that anything could get into it. Think about your own home.
Be attacked.
You have a door, you have windows. If you don't have doors and windows, bugs can come in, they could bite you. Animals and creatures could come in. Even burglars could possibly come in. And your home is utterly unprotected from anything. So it is if you do not have any self-control. If you lack self-control, you will fall prey to just about anything, or you could fall prey to just about anything. And whether that's maybe a friend with a bad idea, maybe that's your own bad idea, maybe it's a temptation, maybe it's something that seems good and ends up being a bad thing, like, eating on an entire pizza.
Like yesterday, too much honey is not good.
Yeah, that's right. So I just think it's worth dwelling on. A person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. All right. Well, grab that gigantic hook and pull me off the stage now, Chris. Let's hit the music and call it a day. Our mission here on Another Great Day podcast is to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation.
And we thank you for tuning in, and we hope that you at least like us a little bit. We ask that.
Please be our friends.
Well, it's just a bunch of chaos and crazy, so
It really is.
take a minute to rate and review us on your favorite social media, podcast, share it, all things.
Yep, help us beat the internet, of course. That's one of our new goals. And help us to encourage some good old-fashioned clean fun out there on the internet and get some goodness out there into the world.
But most importantly, we hope that you make it
Another
great day.
day. We will see you next week, folks.